at the initial stage of the year, in the estimates, they'll understand ANA completely. Towards supplementary, two actually, the last parliament to approve a higher collection of ANA. So these are the things we need to perhaps go into the books and see how to deal with those ones.
Now, just a clarification, please allow me not to disturb you beyond that. Assume you're 60, you retired 60, right? Alright, there are people who are about to retire and who are already having to pay the housing levy. Right? Do they have any hope whatsoever of getting any house? Why don't you then think in terms of the willing? That's why we talk about progressive something, rather than having a blanket application. And these are some of the things that get discussed on golf courses. All right? Because you see, and then the trust element. Can we really trust these people? Well, are they not collecting this money to do other things and just get lost? So, since you advise Parliament, have you thought of this? I don't look at Kimani because I don't see it. Just look at me straight.
He's probably looking at me, Your Excellency, because you probably may not understand the nature of the housing levy we are dealing with. It's now a tax. It's an outright tax. And to ask whether someone who is about to retire, whether they should pay tax, is akin to asking you if you are above 60 and you are retired, do you pay for tax that provides health care to other people who are fall sick and you are not sick yourself? And it happens. Or the estate of dead people. They pay taxes to provide services. And that's why I think if we listen to Arthur Muliro
was very
and
clear
the social
on
contract,
fairness.
The social contract, I think is what should guide us on matters tax, other than our political inclinations. And I would really beg we
No. I think this has nothing to do with political inclination, Kimani. Arthur was very categorical that the tax regime should be fair, should be seen to be fair. And surely, if you're calling housing levy, people are likely then to get a house. This is a common understanding, the street talk. And they will ask you, surely you're paying tax and you're about to retire? What hope in the world, unless it's your grandchildren, who benefit from this kind of thing? So we need to debunk these things without looking at the political.
Excellency, I will invite you because we have the housing department coming tomorrow.
Yes.
I would plead that we leave that matter to them. They will be able to explain to us that the housing tax is not for me to pay a tax to get that house. Actually, it is a tax. When it was a levy before, at 3% is when that argument then would have held. Now that argument cannot hold because of the bashing that the levy had, and then it was changed into a tax. And I'm sure Nyaga, who is seated there, who is more on the taxation matters, will be able to explain that better than even Masinde.
And then there is a typology of these houses that are restricted to various incomes. And the selling price to the market is restricted also to about, is it 55,000 per square meter? And the government then gives the offtake through that housing fund for those by taking the market risk, because it is done through a PPP program. So you get the land, you structure your financing, you come and build, then there are various incomes in terms of the typology, 20 square meters, 40 square meters, and 60 square meters.
Hassan is very conversant with this. When is the first thing?
That's what I was proposing.
First, we are going to break ground in Mombasa very soon.
Mombasa, you are not actually.
And if you pass the integrity test,
Pakistan is complete. I think we leave the matter.
Why don't we co-chair and deal with it tomorrow?
Yeah, I agree with Eugene. Let's deal the housing matter. We have the whole morning tomorrow morning to deal with housing, and I'm sure all of us will have questions to answer.
And we can have Kwame and the rest of the experts.
Yes, you are invited to, since it is an open forum,
we want you to
come and help us.
So the other chair was actually, our thought was, I agree with you, the lead of majority, actually the RDL was adjusted from 2% to 1.5% in the Finance Act, as well as IDF going down from 3.5%.
RDL, His Excellency is asking, is the Railway Development Levy.
Yeah, these are acronyms.
Yes, yes, it was adjusted.
So just use the RDL, say what it is, because it was your proposal that it be reduced.
Yeah, so he said that the development levy was adjusted in the Finance Act from 2% to 1.5% downwards, while the import declaration fee was adjusted from 3.5% to 2.5%. But remember, as we are, and our team behind me, you know, as
and
we are
also, and also, if I remind you,
yes,
the RDL and IDF for LPG gas was completely removed.
yes, yes.
And I thought my memory was having me right. I had to
Actually,
Google
you're
and
right,
check.
yeah. So now our immigration was, when you look at August,